and today, after much waiting, we are coming at you guys with the 2023 Coaster Blueprint Challenge. That's right, we're going to get into this. This is the Xbox side of the spotlight here. Jan BK will be doing the PlayStation side for you guys at a later time and date. But for now, we're going to get moving in on this here. Make sure we're set at a good time of day. Get us in free cam and everything. Take a look around at this. We got Tropicana as our first entry, everybody. This is by Velocity XL 200. They say Aero Looper featuring 4 inversions, smooth 3-train operations, and custom supports. Alright, so that's pretty sweet. Got some custom supports on it. Got 3-train ops. That's pretty hard to pull off, at least if you're me, I suppose. Ignore this pathing, guys. This is a blueprint, so it did not come pathed. As you could see, this is just my horrible pathing. It's going to look like this on a lot of them. I apologize to the creators. I have tried to follow your guys' arrows and do everything to the best of my ability, but I'm not the greatest. I'm just going to be honest, be right up front. I'm not the greatest. Anyway, y'all, we're going to get right into it. Let's take a look at this sign here for Tropicana. Got some sunglasses up top. Got some custom font and signage here. Very much like this. Really cool. We're going to get on into it and take a ride here on Tropicana. Again, ignore the queue pathing. Queue pathing is not the creator's fault. This is all me. I'm bad. I like the colors on this thing, too. You got the sunshine and the surf. Got the sky and the sea. I like it. I don't know if that's what you were going for, but that's what I get out of it. Got the yellow and the blue. Train cars got the blue and the pink. All right, very vibrant through here. Like how you've used these light fixtures as breaks in between your beam work there. Actually, that's a pretty good idea. Like that quite a bit. But at any rate, everybody, let's get on with it. This is what we're here for. Man, what a cool little ride that was. Really enjoyed that. It felt exactly like what an old school Aero Looper should feel like. I mean, from the teardrop shaped inversions to the mid-course brake run that slows you down to just an absolute crawl. That's not a knock at your ride at all. That's really actually how they built these things. I mean, even your corkscrews that you have here, just very reminiscent of some of the old school early Aero Loopers, and those were some of my favorite rides growing up as a kid. So just very classic layout here to this. Really cool overall. I like how you've done your little pieces here around for, like, you know, your gardens and things like that. I wish that I could have pathed this out better for you. I did attempt to get everything filled in as best as I could. I guess I'm just not the best at that. But at any rate, that's not what we're here for. We're here for the supports, the coaster itself, the theming around it. So I do want to go around, get a little fly around. Very nice work here with this custom support on this, actually, for your mid-course. You got your catwalk going all the way up to it for maintenance purposes, evacuations if needed, things like that. Very cool overall. Good beam work, everything here. A lot of little details, your little backstage, like staff areas down below. Take a little look at it. And then we will switch it over to night real quick. We're not going to rewrite it at night or anything. But just in case people put lighting in, which you can see Velocity has done here. They have put a light package on this thing. So, really cool to see. Very much enjoyed that. Switch it back over to daytime, and we will move over to the next coaster. So we'll head this way over here. And I do believe for this one, actually, I should be back in the dark. We'll look at this one in the daytime after we ride it. And over here, everybody, we have Omega 8 by Mad Catter. Mad Catter says the Omega 8 coaster is a high-rush launch coaster inspired by Mauer rides. Take on the double launch, 8 inversion, and the world's tallest Omega spike. So 8 inversions on this thing, that's a good number. I like that. The tallest Omega spike, I'm not even sure if this is an actual element on a ride or not, or if Catter has just made this themselves. But either way, I'm excited to get in here and check this thing out. This looks really, really cool. The sign work on the front of this even. Very well done with your font here, how you've kind of layered up pieces. And, you know, stacked them at different depths to give them that extra level of dimension to them. Even your Omega symbol around it, very smooth. All the edge work is good there. Let's get up on here through the queue pathing. Looks like we got a little backstage area there too. Yep, little staff spot. I like this queue path too. It comes up under this like glass window from above, this kind of glass ceiling here. Nice little queue station. Very simple. We'll throw her in test mode. We'll hop on. Take it to front bumper. Enjoy Omega 8, everybody. Alright, that was a fun one, man. I really enjoyed that too. Let's get us back into the station here, just to say that we went through the whole thing, you know, to take a slow ride back in. Really, really enjoyed that. I'm not sure, again, if this is a completely custom element or if this is actually existing already on a roller coaster, but this was super interesting to go through in first person and kind of watch this. Looking at it, I almost wondered if it would actually be smooth going through, but it's been managed so well. So very, very good on making your own custom element there. I do believe these are going to be custom supports on that as well. Yeah, as you can see there, those are definitely going to be custom supports on that. Take it into the daytime and have a little look at it. Very cool ride though, man. Very smooth overall. The whole thing consistently smooth throughout. I liked all the elements that you had to it. The inversions were punchy. They were quick. They were rapid fire, but it wasn't too much. It didn't feel like you were constantly just stuck in a loop of inversions. So very much enjoyed this one. I like the sci-fi theme with it as well. Take a little gander around at everything on the outside, or we can just look at trees. That's fine too, you know. There we go. We'll get a little overhead of it so we can kind of watch it pass around here. Want to make sure we get good shots of everybody's work as much as we can. Like over here, I think I might have missed something, some pathing. Okay, yeah, so it looks like on our exit side, I maybe missed this little, like, backstage area here. Okay, very cool, man. I'll move on to the next one, everybody. That was Omega 8 by Mad Catter. And we'll get over here for the last, but certainly not least, entry on the Xbox list. We have Rush. This is by Heavy 1201. This is also their take on an arrow looping coaster. Again, pathing is not Heavy's fault. This is all me. Couldn't get it to connect. It's being finicky. It's all my fault. Blame me. Yeah, it's starting to get a little latent through there. Alright, we'll take our time with it. This Xbox stuff, man, sometimes it gets you. Make our way on around here. I think this just kind of doubles back and forth throughout the whole queue line, so we're just going to kind of skip around to the outer edge of it here. I don't think we need to do the zigzag all the way through. Interesting color choice, though. I like the kind of pastel pink that you've used, and it's even almost kind of a pastel green. Honestly, it's a very interesting choice, but it kind of works. It kind of vibes together. I like it. Put it in test mode as always. Throw it into front bumper. Everybody enjoy your ride on Rush. Alright, everybody, and there it is. That was Rush by Heavy 1201. Really, really cool on that one. I think that was a little bit more of, there were a lot of elements that felt very American Arrow, as far as, like, again, with the teardrop kind of shapes, the loops, the corkscrews, things like that. This felt a little bit more of, like, a custom layout as well, though, which I really enjoyed. Had a bit more of, like, a longer outward layout. Didn't quite spaghetti bowl around as much, but no, overall really, really thought this was neat. I like a lot of the rock work you've done, weaving in and out of like this pirate ship and things here. This one as well, just like the other two entries, very smooth. Haven't had any complaints as far as how smooth any of these rides have been. They've been pulled off very well in that sense. This one also running multiple trains, as you can see, just like the others. So everybody here knows what they're doing with their brake runs and all that stuff. So very cool. Like this one a lot. We'll get a little pan around of it, and we'll take a look at night just to see Okay, so it doesn't look like this one is meant to be viewed at nighttime, but that is perfectly fine. We always just like to take a look, just in case people did a light package. We will go around and get some final shots of this here. Really like the way, too, that these inversions kind of go over those rocks there. I just really noticed how they kind of interact terrain-wise. Even though you guys had to do this as a blueprint and couldn't do terrain work, you've kind of made your own there, so very much appreciate that. Real quick for everybody before we take off, I will go around to each of these. I will pull up the stats on it because I realized that I have not done that. Some people really do want to see these. I don't personally look at it too much, but that doesn't mean I should ignore the stats. So we'll go around to each ride. There it is. If you guys want to pause that as I scroll through it there, just to make sure that everybody who wants to see it can see it. There we go. There's the stats for Tropicana, and then we'll go back over here to Omega 8, and we will pull up the stats for those as well. Don't want anybody upset because I didn't show that off, because some people really focus on their stats. You know, they really take pride in those numbers, and good for them, as you should, if that's your thing. So, not a knock at it at all. There's the numbers on Omega 8 as well. I think that's going to do it for this spotlight, everybody. Thank you guys so much for participating in this, honestly. It's been super cool. I know we only had the 3 Xbox entries this time, but there's a lot of contests and stuff going on. So to those of you on Xbox that did enter, awesome job. Thank you guys so much. To anybody else that plans on entering any future contest, I'm sure we'll be bringing you guys more here on the channel. I think after this, we're going to pass the torch off to Jan. He's going to have the PlayStation videos coming out for you guys here sometime in the very near future, so stay posted on that. Thanks for being here, everybody. Have a great night.